Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Yeah, meteorologist Joey Inslee here with your latest forecast. We are really quieting down on all this high potential stuff now for at least a few days. Most of us will be dry. We had some areas of some of that dense morning river valley fog. Some of the foothills and mountains today and tonight, though, we have a northwest wind flow day. So some isolated showers and brief thunder are possible there. Everywhere else for the state will be dry for a few days before our next likely chance of rain second half of the weekend. Fly-Saber forecasts. It starts at home. New York City high of 79. Still watching for a risk of some heavy and excessive rain showers there with some possible slow-moving thunderstorms. New York City and points areas northeast. There's some risks of flash flooding out there today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, highs near 80, mid-70s to low 80s, likely dry. Again, we have high pressure building in behind our far departing front at this point. So that'll create a northwest wind flow day. Again, the foothills and high elevations for the mountains will have that potential of some isolated shower and weak thunder today and tonight. Everywhere else is dry. Lows in the 50s up here. Eastern Panhandle, highs near 80 or so, ranging in the upper 70s, low 80s. You're likely dry. Again, foothills, mountains, lingering clouds, some isolated shower and thunder potential today and tonight. Lows in the 50s there, low to mid 60s in the Eastern Panhandle for our central northern areas. Again, a northwest wind flow day interacting with the foothills and the mountains. That's where an isolated shower storm's possible today and tonight. To the south, Huntington, how about a dry day? You had your flash flood warning yesterday. Today, sunny. High near 83. Lows in the ranks of the 50s and 60s tonight. Charleston and Morgantown, likely dry through Friday and even much of Saturday. Timing our next likely round of showers and storms Saturday night into Sunday. And still some chances into next week. So potentially unsettled as we flip our calendar into August here with highs around the low to mid 80s.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Live from West Virginia's capital city with news from across the state. This is Metro News Midday, presented by Salango Law with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and Metro News' Dave Allen.
Welcome into the 2 o'clock hour. It's Metro News Midday powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Ryan Nicholson, Stephanie Pauly, our producers today. We'll get to Open Line West Virginia, 1-800-765-TALK or text 304-TALK-304. It's Metro News Midday.
Metro News Midday is presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com. Join in by calling 800-765-8255 or text 304-TALK-304. Let's go live to downtown Charleston. Here's Dave Allen.
Wednesday afternoon, it's Metro News Midday powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. 1-800-765-TALK. That's the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. We will get to those texts coming up at the bottom of the hour and your phone calls, too. And as I mentioned earlier, a little bit of a teaser. Based on what I've seen on the text line so far, got some stuff to say about Dr. Fauci today and his taking the fifth a number of times today. So we'll get into that and some other things in the news as well. It is my distinct pleasure to have with me the West Virginia Broadcasting Hall of Fame member, 107.3 The Beat. You hear him here in Charleston. International superstar, ladies and gentlemen, it's Woody Woods. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. What Fauci do? I'm here for Fauci. Forget what I got going on. What happened with him?
He was called to testify, and he took the fifth on every possible.
He didn't say anything?
He just said, it's the prepared statement, on advice of my attorneys, blah, blah, blah. So,
wow.
So, all right. So, you got Woody Fest going on. Now,
Woody Fest.
It's going to be Saturday. Gates open at 3.
Yes, sir.
Shawnee Sports Complex.
Yes,
just
sir.
down the road from us here in Charleston. Wanted to have you on the statewide show because with this lineup that you have got there, you're going to pull some people you probably already have from out of state even because this is how big this show is and how big the acts that you have booked.
Let me tell you, when I left your show this morning, our website crashed. And that's a good thing
Yeah.
because that's people is going to the website. So the website is coming back up. It's going to be big, man. It's going to happen Saturday in actually Institute, West Virginia. We never thought we'd have a show like this at Institute, but we have a beautiful facility out there with Shawnee Sports Complex, and it's just gonna. You got the Baby, probably the hottest artist in the country that's on the hip hop side. You got Yin Yang Twins. Everybody knows to the window, to the wall.
Yep.
And you got Waka Flocka, girl, the way you move it got me in a trance. So, and we got some local people, not local people, just regional people and people that's not signed to a major label that's going to perform also.
So why did you want to put this concert on? What was the idea behind it?
I always wanted to have something that our children can say, man, Pops did that. All right, Pops, this is a Pop show. I've been doing shows since I was 16 years old, so this is nothing new to me. Probably the hardest one and the biggest one I've done, but this is something when I fade to black in West Virginia that my children can say, oh, that Daddy did that.
And that's when it's like by that time it's like the 5th or 6th one you're doing, or 20th or 30th one, because this is the first one.
This is the first one.
How do you go about getting? How does the whole process start? I mean, you know everybody in well, I think you know everybody in West Virginia. To be honest with you, you've been here long enough, but you know everybody in the music industry, no matter what the genre of music is. But how do you go about, connecting A with B and getting these major acts to come to Institute, West Virginia?
It starts with relationships. Everyone that's on this show, from the Baby to Waka to Yin Yang, I got a personal relationship with them over probably 20 years. Besides the Baby been out about 10 years. But it starts with that. It starts with great partners. I got great partners, C4 Promotions. We got Charles Rashid. We got Ryan's dad, the producer, Mr. Nicholson, and we got my man Martin Riggs. So, and we sat down at the table a lot. We sat down at the table, and we want to make sure this right. And I'm going to iterate this, Dave. If we don't do the first one right, we ain't got to worry about the second.
Yeah.
So
the market, as TJ would say, the market will speak.
The market will speak.
But I don't think you have anything to worry about, because I think this is going to be a fantastic lineup of artists. And that's why, again, I had you on the local show in Charleston, but I wanted to put you statewide because I wanted you to be able to tell people on the radio and that are watching now in Metro News. I said this morning, that face can't be just on radio. Look at that face right there. You got to get that face, get a little TV time for that face. Man, the divorce rate just went up all over West Virginia when I put you on this. But I wanted people to realize in all these different cities that we are in with this show, you need to make this trip down here, because you're not going to see an assemblance of this type of talent in one spot. And this is not Charlotte. This is not Pittsburgh. This is right outside Charleston here. People need to come out for it.
You hit it on the head. We don't have to travel to Cleveland or Charlotte or Columbus, or if you're up in the Martinsburg area where I worked, you got to travel to D.C. to see something like this, or Virginia. We got it right here, and that's another big thing, too, that we can hold our hat. We can put our chin up and say, we okay as West Virginians. We gonna be okay, and we can have shows too here. So if like Dave said, it's a statewide show. So if you want to travel, we in Institute, West Virginia, and it's almost sold out.
You need to get the tickets, because you are planning on having tickets there at the gate.
Yes.
But I don't know how many of those are going to, because it's Wednesday. I don't know how many are going to be left by the time by the time Saturday gets
You
here.
broke the internet. I was on your show this morning. The last time somebody broke the internet, Google it. It was Beyonce. It was Beyonce.
So I'm right up there with Beyonce?
You are right there with the Queen Bee, Dave.
Yeah,
you are there, my friend.
right.
You made it. Hall of Fame, and you broke the internet. My God.
All right. Well, it's just a humble boy from Logan.
Hey,
That's what we try to do.
L.A.
L.A.
Logan area.
That's it, buddy. All right, so let's go over the list of the people. You mentioned the Baby is going to be there, and I mean that is just about one of the top 2 or 3, if not the biggest hip hop artists going right now. Is that right?
100%. His song been number 1, I think, 18 weeks, 19 weeks on the urban chart. And we got lucky with this. We booked this last year, so we didn't know how the Baby was going to be, but we got lucky with that. You got Waka Flocka Flame, like I said. He got major hits. I think I said this on your local show. You can play Waka Flocka Flame at any event. Matter of fact, I think Ryan can attest to this. He's a Kentucky fan. He's a Wildcat. Hey, Ryan, can you get the mic real fast? Do you remember? Okay, don't worry about it.
And his contract doesn't permit him to come on. You have to talk to his agent.
So the
Now,
Kentucky
he's getting ready.
the Kentucky football team comes out to a Waka Flocka Flame song. So we got ties. Waka got ties around here. Somebody said he got a house in North Charleston, West Virginia. I know it's a statewide, but somebody said he has a house in West Virginia. Hey, Ryan, have you ever heard the Waka song, the intro song?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Ryan go to Kentucky games.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah. okay,
Occasionally.
yeah. All right. So who are some of the others?
Oh, you got Waka, you got Yin Yang, and everybody knows To the Window, To the Wall. We do got some regional
How old
acts.
is that song, by the way?
Um,
Because it seems like it's been around.
I would say 23 to 24 years because
Okay.
I actually booked Yin. It might be older than that.
All right.
I booked Yin Yang. I booked Yin Yang back in Indiana. That was their second show, so it been
Really?
around. Yeah, it been around a long time.
I guarantee I can see their brain working in there. Producer Stephanie's on it right now.
Yeah, she
All
put-
you got to do is question something, and she's,
You have a producer?
I'm kind of a big deal.
Holy moly!
I got-
Hey, George.
I got two of them.
Hey, Mr. P, I need a raise, man. Dave got a producer to bring up stats and stuff. Holy moly! How do I get a statewide
She's
show?
in my dressing room upstairs.
I seen it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
24 years ago.
I was right. What?
Yeah.
Did I say 24?
You did. You know your stuff. Who else we got?
We got. I want to shout out to Leisha Lee. She used to work on the radio when I was on 98.7. Now we're on 107.3. She's hosting it. You got Stephen Thomas. He actually a big R&B artist. You got Pantry. That's a country artist that's doing a band. You got Coco. She's from Huntington, West Virginia. So if anybody listening to Huntington, you got White Mike. You got Duck City. And we talked earlier on the local show that you need to bring Duck City on your local show.
Make it
awesome.
happen.
I am. I promise I
Now,
am.
White Mike, tell me his story here because it's a very interesting guy
He actually is an EMS. He's a firefighter. He's a firefighter for
who just happens
Charleston.
to do hip hop.
He actually does rap music,
Yeah.
and that's not even his best talent. Him saving lives and doing rap music. He actually he designed all the merch for Woody Fest, and he
Okay.
got Wu-Tang merch. He got hope we don't get sued, like Coca-Cola Woody Fest merch. I think this a knockoff of Tommy Hilfiger merch. So he's
Inspired by. We don't.
there
say-
you go.
we don't,
See,
we,
that's why you got a dressing room.
Yeah,
I
we-
get it now.
we
I need
don't-
to get my words right.
we never say that it's a knockoff.
Knockoff.
We say inspired or in tribute to. That's what you
Ooh,
say.
That's even better.
Talk that talk.
In
I picked that
tribute
up
to-
from you.
I love that. My God.
Stephanie says Betty White sang "From the Window to the Wall" in The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
I didn't know that. Thanks, Steph.
There you go.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All right, who else?
I
Do we
think-
go
did
through
we
them
run
all?
through? I think we ran
Oh,
through
we
them all.
went
And
through them all.
we're going to have vendors. Shout out to the Olive Tree Express, Michael Giroux. Can I do this on a statewide show? Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Ben Salango, man, because me and Ben sat down a long time to get this process going. I'm kind of like the guinea pig. This is the guinea pig of it because when it goes well, hey Ben, can I say this? They might have more concerts.
Yeah.
Like more
The
outdoor
venue
concerts.
is perfect for
Yes,
that
it
out
is.
there. And look, the live music scene has always been big in the capital city, but it's gotten even bigger because we've had over the last couple of years, we've had more and more of the restaurants that are doing the smaller venues, smaller bars, or whatever you want to call it, that are doing shows like that. But I mean, it's ripe for it. I mean, I've thought for years in Huntington that we would have concerts at Joan C. Edwards Stadium. I was a student at Marshall when that opened, and it took them till last year to do an actual concert there. So my point is with all due respect, we have a great Coliseum and Convention Center here, but not everything has to be there. There are these outdoor, and this is a festival. Leisha Lee said it best on social media, Woodrow. This is a festival. So it's not like you're going to for a 90-minute concert.
No.
I mean, there's going to be other things going on. You said you got food trucks, you got merchandise, just a good time.
You got bouncy stuff for the kids. We got picture booths. We got 360s. We got selfie booths. It's just something that we can highlight ourselves. We don't need to go out of town. And it is a lot of great shows and concerts outside our state. I can't knock that. It is what
absolutely.
it is.
We're just a little late to the game. We're
We're
trying.
here.
Yeah.
We're here. We was late, but we here now. So
Yeah.
we definitely here. And I thank you, sir, for putting us on this platform. and-
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do want to remind folks that you have some basic rules that when you come out there, you know, that because you've got food and drink vendors on site. So no, unlike some festivals, no outside coolers
Right.
or anything like that. There will be some seating there, but you are welcome to bring your lawn chairs, stadium type chairs. No big tents or anything like that.
We don't want people to block. Don't block don't block the people behind you.
But other than that, I mean, it's just going to be a good time. It's
gonna
going to
be
something that everybody can enjoy.
If you're traveling to Dunbar or Institute or Charleston, whatever we want to call it, just come a little earlier or carpool, because in Institute it is a bottleneck, and we don't want people to be upset about traffic. We cannot control that. You know what can control that? You.
Yeah.
Come early. You can control that.
And ride together.
And ride together.
If at all possible.
Yes,
and
sir.
I know you're going to have a great police presence. Kanawha County Sheriff's Department is going to be out there helping direct traffic, and you got private security there, so that won't be an issue.
Big shout out
to be a shout out at all.
Yeah, shout out to the Kanawha County Sheriffs, man. They we've been meeting about this for 6 or 7 months. They've been wide open to us. They will open us with open arms, and this is going to be a great time in Institute, West Virginia.
And again, it's because we're statewide. We want to tell people, plan on Saturday. Meteorologist Brian Hughes says the weather and things can change, looking really good right now. Talked to Brian a little bit earlier. He said there's a slight chance of what you call the R word at night.
Yeah.
I mean, well into the night. So weather looks like it's going to be good. So it's a great event, man. I think people are really going to enjoy it when they come down for this. And they come a little bit earlier than even, because gates are going to open at 3.
Yes, sir.
Come a little bit earlier. Visit one of the restaurants around here. Go shopping. I mean, downtown Charleston's always got something going on.
They actually got a restaurant on site, The Pitch. You can go there and hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Like we call it, you could pregame.
Yeah.
You could pregame at The Pitch. And we just going to have a great time on Saturday, Dave.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. And again, give us the website that I crashed. I'm sorry.
It's woodyfestwv.com, but we do got a workaround right now. If you go to eventbrite.com, I don't want to confuse people.
Yeah,
let's just say this right now. Let's go to eventbrite.com, search Woody Fest in the search bar, and it will pop up. For today only, I haven't done this, we're going to give you 25% off whatever ticket you want to buy if you use the code BABY, B-A-B-Y, because the website been down since 9:30. I've been getting blown up. So go to eventbrite.com. You're going to search Woody Fest. It's going to pop right up. As soon as you put in a W, it's going to pop up. Then you use the code BABY, and you can save 25% off all the tickets. So they might be gone before we even.
Okay. But
I think you did that on purpose.
I did.
You broke the website.
I broke it. I did just that. But bottom line is, hats off to you, because I mean, I've put on concerts before. Not like this. I've never done a festival. I've done a couple of one night, as I said, 90-minute shows. Me and Big Brother Burke have done several of those.
Yeah.
But nothing like this. I mean, there's been nothing like this at all. I mean, and I know what goes into a 90-minute concert. I can imagine what you were going through with catering and handling all the
tents and
all the
signage,
all the things and the sound and everything. Because you're outside, it's a different type sound equipment. Even though the weather's going to be good, the sound is going to be a little bit different than what you would have at an indoor venue.
Big shout out to Studimo. They're actually out of Kentucky, but
I've worked with them several times.
They are awesome, and you probably hear this sound in South Charleston.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Sorry, neighbors.
Sorry, neighbors. It'll be over at 10:30. It's okay.
All right, we had a text here.
Yes,
said,
sir.
Ask Woody what John Cena would say.
What would John Cena say?
I don't know
what
what
he
that.
say.
I mean, he's a sports. That's the whole.
I thought it was a dance, not a saying.
I don't.
Yeah, that's like
I know who
waving
John
front.
Cena
Me too.
is. It's WWE stuff, and
Right.
I quit watching wrestling like in the early '90s. So.
I don't think he had. Do we have a saying? I think he just do like this. You just put it on
that's
face.
you can't see me or something like that.
Oh, you can't see me.
I
That's
don't-
what we
okay.
say. We can do the dance.
Oh
if we-
no, it's do you want to come get some? That's what the texter says. That's what Cena says. Do you want to come? So come get some.
Come get some.
There you go. There you
Come
go.
get some.
There you go. Woody Woods.
I love you, man.
What's going on with the station these days? 107.3 The Beat. Now that we're, you made that change. When was it? A couple of years?
About a year ago.
Yeah, made the change over to 107.3, and of course you can download. We always push this. Download the WVRC Media app because all of our stations there. This one and in Charleston and Martinsburg and all our stations are on there on the WVRC Media app. If you want to check it out, because it's hip hops and throwbacks.
Yes,
you
sir.
kind of changed it up a little bit. Talk about that.
Just a little bit. When I've been at the station since 1999, and we go with the music flow. So we changed up the music a little bit. You probably will hear a difference if you are my age. They playing some classics today. And the classics might be Jay-Z, it might be Eminem, it might be
Retro Woody.
Retro Woody.
No. Retro by definition right now is 2006.
Oh well, we definitely retro.
That's retro.
We definitely retro.
But you do play some newer stuff too.
Yeah, we play newer stuff too. So later in the day, we play newer stuff. But it's the thing that I think the music that people want to hear, and we play hip hop and throwbacks. So the best of hip hop, you're gonna get that, and the best of the throwbacks, you're gonna get that.
And you're gonna get Woody Woods.
You're gonna get me. You're gonna get me. I might come over here. I want to do this show with you.
You've said that several times, and you're always welcome.
I
You
would
come in here
love-
anytime you want.
What else do we got to? Can we talk about the guy that said he plead the fifth?
I mean, do you?
Or are you
wanna
gonna do
that?
it the next break?
Yeah, we'll do it the next break. You got a show to do at 3
I know.
o'clock.
Did you hear this? Did you hear what Trump was speaking? President Donald Trump. Sorry, just called him Trump. Did you hear him speaking at somebody's funeral?
Yeah, he was at Lindsey Graham's funeral.
And he was reading the prompter, and it was like all the good stuff about Lindsey Graham. He's like, "No, I'm gonna change this. He was a bad boy sometime." Like, yo, gotta
Woody.
love him.
Woody Woods.
Gotta love him.
I appreciate you being here. Woody
Give us
Fest.
sound clips.
Woody Fest is this Saturday.
You coming?
Gates open at 3. Of course, I'll be there.
My man.
Gates open at 3 o'clock. All right, we'll take a break and wrap it up after this.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Need a truck that's ready for work, weekends, and everything in between? Right now at Dan Cava GMC, get up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500, or save up to $4,000 off all new GMC Canyon Elevations, offering bold styles, advanced technology, and everyday practicality. Come explore our all-new GMC Yukons, built for busy families and big adventures. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thorod.
Of course, the LVAD was brought into my life because I had a severe heart attack in November of 2024. And then I entered into congestive heart failure.
Where he was in the course, we really had to go towards an LVAD.
At that point, I was committed. At that point, I wanted to get better, and I wanted to see what this machine was going to do for me.
With this therapy, he's thriving, doing well. And not only is he living, he's thriving.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. and they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
First thing I hear when those mics go on is you just coughing, and I'm just like, this guy.
You don't appreciate me giving that show a little ratings boost?
Coughing directly onto these microphones? No, I don't want it.
Hotline on Metro News Television.
For a better us.
Welcome back to the show. Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. I mentioned earlier the stations that we're on, and we like to remind you where we are around the state of West Virginia. Our flagship here in Charleston is WCHS, WJLS in Beckley, WD&E in Elkins, WKMZ Clarksburg, WVW in Logan, WKLP in Kaiser, WAJR Morgantown, WEPM Martinsburg, WKKX and WVLY in Wheeling, and WSLW in White Sulphur Springs. Man, anytime I have Woody on the show, it's like afterwards I feel like I need Gatorade or something afterwards, because trying to keep up with the human dynamo that is the Hall of Famer, Woody Woods, man. I tell you, it's something. It's something. It's going to be a great concert, and I got to give my man credit, because it's not easy to pull off something like this. And as I said, I've done concerts in the past, but I've never tried to do a 7 or 8 hour festival with about 20 different acts. So hats off to him, and information is available. Unfortunately, apparently the website crashed, but just go to eventbrite.com, type in Woody Fest. You'll find all the information there, or on the 107.3 The Beat social media. We're back after this.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Yeah, meteorologist Joey Inslee here with your latest forecast. We are really quieting down on all this high potential stuff now for at least a few days. Most of us will be dry. We had some areas of some of that dense morning river valley fog. Some of the foothills and mountains today and tonight, though, we have a northwest wind flow day. So some isolated showers and brief thunder are possible there. Everywhere else for the state will be dry for a few days before our next likely chance of rain second half of the weekend. Fly-Saber forecasts. It starts at home. New York City high of 79. Still watching for a risk of some heavy and excessive rain showers there with some possible slow-moving thunderstorms. New York City and points areas northeast. There's some risks of flash flooding out there today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, highs near 80, mid-70s to low 80s, likely dry. Again, we have high pressure building in behind our far departing front at this point. So that'll create a northwest wind flow day. Again, the foothills and high elevations for the mountains will have that potential of some isolated shower and weak thunder today and tonight. Everywhere else is dry. Lows in the 50s up here. Eastern Panhandle, highs near 80 or so, ranging in the upper 70s, low 80s. You're likely dry. Again, foothills, mountains, lingering clouds, some isolated shower and thunder potential today and tonight. Lows in the 50s there, low to mid-60s in the Eastern Panhandle for our central northern areas. Again, a northwest wind flow day interacting with the foothills and the mountains. That's where an isolated shower storm's possible today and tonight. To the south, Huntington, how about a dry day? You had your flash flood warning yesterday. Today, sunny. High near 83. Lows in the ranks of the 50s and 60s tonight. Charleston and Morgantown, likely dry through Friday and even much of Saturday. Timing our next likely round of showers and storms Saturday night into Sunday. And still some chances into next week, so potentially unsettled as we flip our calendar into August here, with highs around the low to mid-80s.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kurtzwell. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talk Line on Metro News Television.
Route 9 bypass near Flowing Springs Road. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. As long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
You're not just quitting for yourself. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
This is Metro News Midday, presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com.
Welcome back to the show. 26 away from 3 o'clock. Metro News Midday. Stephanie Pauly, Ryan Nicholson, our producers today. We'll get to Open Line West Virginia momentarily. Do want to remind you that on Friday, that's the day that we like to focus on food. I mean, who am I kidding? I focus on food every day, all right? But on Fridays, we like to put a particular place in West Virginia that is serving some great food. Doesn't matter whether it's a fancy sit-down restaurant, whether it's a hot dog place, coffee shop, bakery, we don't care. If they're serving good food, we want to hear about them. Drop us an email, midday@wvmetronews.com. It's midday@wvmetronews.com. If you could help us out by giving us, a little information about maybe the owner or the general manager who we need to talk to, give us a phone number, send us a menu. Why don't you just come host the show for us? Just come host the segment for us. Midday@wvmetronews.com. That is the email address, or you can reach out to either Amanda Barron or myself on social media. Dave Allen Radio on Facebook or at DaveA70 on X. We'll do that during the 1 o'clock hour every Friday. Open line West Virginia, 1-800-765-TALK. That is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. And we got some text to get to. Did anyone think that the American Mingles testimony was going to go any other way? Reference to Dr. Fauci. Text, we have been blessed with plentiful natural gas. Why not use it since it is considerably cheaper? Text, so Fauci refuses to answer questions, taking the fifth. The greatest lie ever told is about to, pardon the pun, be unmasked, says a texter. I saw that this morning. I saw some of the testimony. Actually, TJ and I were doing our little handoff that we do between the local show and Charleston I do, and when he sits down to host Talk Line. And I was like, at this point, can he just say ditto on everyone? Can he just say same? No, I know he can't, but I'm just saying at some point. And during the break there, I actually went back and listened to Woody and I went back and listened to some of the audio, and I don't know what's going to, the Democrats that were in this room are saying that this was all an effort to frame him for something. The Republicans, including Josh Hawley from Missouri, made a comment about how much money that Fauci made during COVID. So, it's going to be like everything else in this country, unfortunately, politically. Nobody's going to come to any kind of agreement, and it's just going to be heads battering against each other, just like everything else in this country. 1-800-765-TALK, text 304-TALK-304. I have my own opinions about COVID. I'm sure that you do as well. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really tired of talking about it because when I started with this company, I started in May of 2020 in the middle of COVID, as I talked about yesterday, when you couldn't have a guest even in the studio. And we had this, in our old studio, we had this thing rigged up that looked like it came out of a Rax restaurant or an old salad bar with, partitions between when we did have to have interaction with each other. And, but there was no playbook back then. Nobody knew what they were doing, because we never really had anything in the modern era like that. And look, I'm not going to be the one to push the panic button, but the experts say it's going to happen again at some point. May not be in our lifetime. I don't know, but something like that is going to happen again. And my only thought is I hope that we learned something from the way that it was handled in 2020 on all sides. All sides. because there was a whole lot of bad stuff that happened that, well, anyway. I said I was tired of talking about it, so let's move on. 1-800-765-TALK. Text 304-TALK, 304. Text says, so wait, Dave, so now you don't like Texas Roadhouse? What do you like? LOL. I made a comment. I don't dislike Texas Roadhouse. On the local show in Charleston this morning, I made a comment because it was announced yesterday that the land that I call home in Tays Valley they're going to build a Texas Roadhouse there. And I love Texas Roadhouse. I'm not anti-Texas. I'm not anti any place that serves steak and beer. Okay, I'm in. My point is that a lot of people anyway on social media yesterday, residents of different pages that cater to Putnam County folks, Kanawha Valley, were just acting like it was the greatest thing ever. And I'm happy that there's one moving in there. I really am, because it's going to employ a lot of people. I love that aspect. My point is that I would love to see people get as excited about local restaurants as they did. This is not about Texas Roadhouse. I mean, how many times when people are talking about things they want in their town, do they say, well, we want, fill in name here. I'm not going to insult anybody, but we want how about you just get that excited over the local restaurants, man? That's what we try to do on the Lunch Spot every day. And in Tays Valley, we got some fantastic local restaurants. I mean, awesome food there. But people act like we're in a food desert over there, man. There's nowhere to eat. I saw somebody on one of the restaurant review pages say, well, there's nowhere to eat in downtown Charleston. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? So it's not about Texas Roadhouse. I love Texas Roadhouse. I will go to Texas Roadhouse when it opens. They still got to build it. I mean, it's a long time in the future. I will go and I will dine, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. My only point I was making is I would love to see people get as excited over local restaurants as they do chains. That's all I'm saying. The ones that give back to the communities, that sponsor your Little League teams and your church outings and your Rotaries and things of that nature. That's what, and I'm not saying Texas Roadhouse doesn't do that. I'm just saying most major corporations don't. All right, enough about that. Text, great to hear that we are taking care of our own in relation to flooding. Too bad we've gotten so good at it. Well, that's right, because we have to be. We have to be. 20 minutes away from 3, Texas says dumb West Virginia voters will probably vote for Elliot Pritt, even if he's in prison. Remember when they voted for a Texas prisoner over Barack Obama? Remember it well. Was just having that conversation not long ago. I think the gentleman's name was Keith Judd, and he was a prisoner, and he somehow got on the ballot. And in some counties in West Virginia, he actually beat Barack Obama. But text, Fauci's a criminal. Hope he gets what he deserves. 1-800-765-TALK. Text 304-TALK 304. Let me see there. Text says the irony of MAGAs complaining about Fauci taking the fifth is beyond hilarious. MAGAs have the mental capacity of a toddler. Morons, says the texter. Text, 2 words make me know the GOP aren't hardline on pedophiles. Donald Trump. Well, that was quick. Text says, to the person crying about Obama, I proudly voted against him because people like him and Hillary Clinton were trying to take my job as a coal miner. Thank God we get Trump in there to right the ship. I'm still working every day. 1-800-765-TALK. Text 304-TALK 304. Okay, the machine is not working. Okay, there it is. Text says the problem is you have these Republican car salesmen that know more than doctors and scientists that save millions of people from dying. Next time you need a doctor, don't go to our hospitals, go home, says the texter. Listening to Brad and you talking WVU football has me ready for the season. Well, let's go. I am never not ready for football. 18 minutes away from 3. We'll take a break and come back after this.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
morning, TJ Meadows.
Good morning, sir. It's yet another beautiful day to be in pursuit of happiness, is it not?
I like the optimism. Let's see if we
I
can
try.
take care of that by the end of the show today, shall we? Any thoughts, Mr. Meadows?
Talkline, available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
At Daniels Men's Store, exceptional style begins with a curated selection and finishes with a flawless fit. When it's time to buy a suit, Daniels is here to make sure yours is one of a kind. Discover tailored suits you'll only find in store at Daniels.
For over 20 years, Dan Cava Toyota World has been more than a dealership. We're family-owned, community-focused, and committed to taking care of our customers long after the sale. Our commitment doesn't stop when you drive off the lot. With factory-trained technicians and a service team you can trust, we're here to keep your vehicle running at its best for years to come. So when it's time to get your next vehicle, choose the dealership that's been serving the community for generations. Visit Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
I had a severe heart attack in November of 2024. And then before I entered into congestive heart failure.
We really had to go towards an LVAD. And not only is he living, he's thriving.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
We're going to do public math, so it's 31 divided by 4.
Yeah, just under 8 per win.
Just mark it down.
Put Tony and I down for 8, Coach Hunter. Put us on the prediction show for 8. We already got it. There's the math.
Just go. Sportsline on Metro News Television.
West Virginia's on the rise. New businesses, new opportunities, and a strong, resilient workforce leading the way. Check out the full story, WVNRich.com. A video presentation sponsored by Huntington Bank. Proud to be investing in the future of West Virginia. 1-800-765-TALK. That's the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. It's Open Line, West Virginia. Text says, let me guess, these anti-Fauci people probably think that COVID was all fake. Tell that to my friends and family members who died of COVID. I think, here we go. I'm thinking, I think our country's response to COVID is going to be studied for a long time. Because, again, we had not seen anything like that since, going back to the days of the Spanish flu. 1918, 1919? And no, I wasn't there before you say anything. And I have always been of the belief that we could have done things a lot differently. And I try to be as understanding as I can because, again, even though scientists for years had said this is coming, something like it is coming, we weren't prepared for it. We didn't know how to do it. And it was in the era, which we're still in, of social media, when, there was so much fake stuff put out there. And this was before AI was even a thing, or at least as we know it now. God forbid we have something like that now with all the fake stuff that currently is filling your social media right now, that looks in some cases very realistic. I was never a person who feared COVID. I got it, and I was lucky. I had a runny nose. That was the extent of it. Never lost sense of smell, sense of taste. Only missed time at work because at that point you had to take so many days off. I don't remember what it was. I got it kind of later in the game. I got vaccinated. I didn't hesitate, but also I couldn't make that decision for you. That's just not who I am. And just it's a period of American history that I think a lot of people look back on not fondly. And I was lucky enough to be a person or maybe I was unlucky in that case, who day-to-day life was not impacted at all by COVID, because I still worked. I still got up and went to work every day. I was lucky in that respect, I guess, or maybe I was unlucky. I didn't get time off like a lot of people did. But I don't know. Anytime I think back on that time, I just remember, yelling at people about wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, and most people weren't even wearing them correctly. We all saw those. It just in some ways, man, it seems like it was so long ago, but in other ways, it seems like it wasn't long ago. I don't know. I just I do not particularly look back on that time with fondness. Look, I'm not a COVID denier. COVID was real. I lost one of my 2 or 3 best friends in the world to COVID at age 50 years old. And he did have some underlying health issues, but it doesn't make it any easier on his family, his parents that are still living, probably listening to this show, as a matter of fact. And I lost former coworkers, as I'm sure you did too. And it made us question everything, which I'm not a person that thinks that questioning things is necessarily bad, as long as you do it in the right direction, in the right way. I'm also not a scientist, and I tend to lean more toward people that are. But again, I can't do you. I kind of took the Hoppy Kercheval approach. You do you. I chose to be vaccinated. If somebody, the imaginary person I'm pointing at in this chair over here, decided not to get one, okay, so be it. None of my business. Text, I'm with Fauci. Text, do you have a shingles vaccine? That's important to get. How much lower, says the texter, do Trump's approval ratings have to go before West Virginia finally catches up to the rest of the country? I see no signs that that's changing in West Virginia. Maybe you do. I still see, and granted, I don't travel as much as I used to with this job. Kind of keeps me tied behind a microphone a lot. I still see a lot of Trump hats, still see a lot of Trump flags. I still see the Republican Party in West Virginia still worshiping the ground that Donald Trump walks on. So I don't see a change in West Virginia anytime soon. Text, how did that drinking the bleach work out for Republicans? Get a life, stop the stupid, says a texter. Well, I think it's also important to know that not everybody was drinking bleach at that particular time, and that there were people, Republicans included, that did trust science. But then the whole idea of the statement, trust the science, got questioned. And so, God forbid we have something like that happen again, which is going to happen again. As I said, not necessarily in my lifetime. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be next year. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people going, no, not doing this again. Not doing it again. And that's where we're going to have problems. Remember a couple of months ago when whatever the current thing that we were supposed to be all worried about was when the people got sick on the ship, and then we had the exploding diarrhea lettuce from a couple of weeks ago and whatever. No matter what it is, people are not going to comply. Again, you're going to hear people say, no, simple no, ain't doing it. Just saying. Watching Fauci go down in flames will be the greatest thrill of my life. The man is truly evil, says the texter. Final text, give him hell. Rand Paul, hold Fauci's feet to the fire. We want him in prison. With that, we'll take a break and close it out after this.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of...
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
For over 20 years, Dan Cava Toyota World has been more than a dealership. We're family-owned, community-focused, and committed to taking care of our customers long after the sale. Visit Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world!
Of course, the LVAD was brought into my life because I had a severe heart attack in November of 2024. And then I entered into congestive heart failure.
Where he was in the course, we really had to go towards an LVAD.
At that point, I was committed. At that point, I wanted to get better, and I wanted to see what this machine was going to do for me.
With this therapy, he's thriving, doing well. And not only is he living, he's thriving.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Hey, I take offense of that.
Why would you do that? Because on midday, the last segment, the first thing I hear when those mics go on is you just coughing, and I'm just like, this guy.
You don't appreciate me giving that show a little ratings boost at the end, a little boom boom?
You coughing directly onto these microphones? No, I don't want it.
I don't know where this came from.
Everybody.
I'm in another room, guys.
Hey,
I don't know.
everybody.
Hey, Coop,
I'm just
what's up?
watching this.
Hotline on Metro News Television.
Org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the show. 3 minutes away from 3 o'clock. Hotline coming up on many of these same Metro News stations. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. A man who asked for a booster chair at the barber shop just because.
Just because.
Just because it's fun.
Booster chair. I guess you got to get that from like the special barber catalog.
I
right?
guess.
The booster chair.
Shout out to my guys at my barbershop, Casto and Dave's in Tays Valley. I have to ask them, where do they get those?
Man, Kids don't like haircuts, right? Kids don't like haircuts, and I guess I understand.
I liked it because I knew there was bubble gum at the end.
Oh, that's right.
So they still do that there at Casto and Dave's. Yeah. Things we talk about before we go on the show. Today we were talking about the country music singer T.G. Shepherd. And I told you my story, my T.G. Shepherd story. I emceed a concert one time. T.G. Shepherd, of course, I loved him. Everyone was his probably
that was his whole thing.
That was his big hit. He had several, but that was like probably his signature song. I emceed a show with T.G. Shepherd one time, and the way it worked in this theater was when the artist went off stage, their tour bus was in the back alley, and then they walked around and then went out front and signed autographs. And it was my job as the MC to lead the talent around to get him out to sign autographs. T.G. Shepherd comes off, he's drinking a bottle of water and a towel around his neck, sweating everywhere, and he has a cigarette in his hand. And we walk around the corner, and he sees his fans out there going, there he is. And so he hands me his cigarette, and he goes, oh, God, take this.
Well, he didn't expect you to hold it through the entire performance.
I held it as long as I could because people that know me know I cannot stand cigarettes. And so I stood there, and people were like, hey, when did Dave start smoking? I was like, this is T.G. Shepherd's cigarette. Yeah. That's a conversation we have before we go on.
That's right. That's right.
What sort of
frivolity
things? What sort of things have you held for a celebrity at one point or another, not to get them in trouble?
Man,
there would be your question.
That's
All right, what
one.
you got on the show, real quick?
Well, we're just talking about when did you start prioritizing? At what age? When did you start prioritizing sleep over a good time?
5. Age 5. Morning radio guy. See you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.